There's a new danger threatening our kids, and it can be so hard to detect. It could be happening right in front of you, and you would never know it. We're talking about Juuling. It's a discreet way of vaping that's popular with teens, but it's a phenomenon most parents have never heard of.
Oh, here we go.
Like many parents, Stephanie Lidekin is trying to keep pace with her kids' technology.
If it was just laying on the desk, I don't think I would know.
Oh, here's where you plug it.
Lidekin and these moms worry it's a losing battle.
Okay, so it's cool mint.
But they aren't giving up, tackling the latest trend among teens.
This was our menthol cigarette from the 80s.
It's called Juuling.
That you just can't smell it and it smells fruity.
Vaping done with a small, high-tech looking device known as a Juul. It could be mistaken for a thumb drive, so parents and teachers may not even realize it's an e-cigarette.
I think if we can point out some of the flaws in this spread.
Staff members at Clayton High School's newspaper set out to educate students and subscribers about the fad.
Yeah. What about that? I think that would be sweet. Yeah.
Aaron Castellano is staff advisor for the Globe.
People will charge them in their laptops or have them plugged into outlets in the hallway, and nobody knows what they are.
That in-your-face behavior, hiding it in plain sight, is just one reason senior Noah Brown thought raising awareness about Juuling was important.
Kind of to see if the perception of what students think it is necessarily matches the reality of what experts think it is.
5 on Your Side went to Juul's website. Starter kits include one rechargeable Juul device, a 4-pack of Juul pods in different flavors, and USB charger, all for just $50. Each pod contains the same amount of nicotine as 1 pack of cigarettes. Kathy Weiser, a prevention educator with the National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse, says therein lies the problem.
They don't see the health hazards that are possible with Juuling or with vaping, and so they think that it's, not like 7,000 chemicals you find on traditional cigarettes, so they're not really understanding that there are some health consequences.
While smoking seems almost taboo to teenagers, vaping not so much. In fact, the National Institute on Drug Abuse shows e-cigarettes, like the Juul, are now the most commonly used form of tobacco among teens.
I think there's both the appearance of it and there's this social side of this new fad, and I'm going to be part of that kind of culture of this is the cool thing to do.
The Globe's investigators surveyed about 200 Clayton High students. Nearly 21% have used a Juul.
It could also be like they just want to try it or something or experiment with it, and once they see that it's not really affecting them in a bad way, they just keep doing it.
Pax Labs, which manufactures the Juul, calls it an alternative to cigarettes, stating on its website the product is for adult smokers.
What we found is that just the mere way that it's marketed kind of inherently targets the teen population simultaneously.
Marketing that appears to be working.
Nicotine is nicotine in whatever form it's in, and if you're putting it in your brain, it's going to build that tolerance and build that addiction to it.
It's a battery. It's charged.
It's charged.
A scary reality to these moms who now feel a little more in the know.
While there's no tobacco, there's nicotine.
It is hard to justify to the kids. They said, well, I'm not smoking. There's nothing damaging my lungs, but we don't know that.
I just feel like it's a gateway. It's a gateway to lots of other dangerous, addictive behaviors.
You don't know what it's going to do to your body. You don't know what they're going to find 5-10 years from now. When smoking first came out, they didn't know the problems with it.
Juuling has become an issue for school districts across the country. Students at Ladue High School's newspaper have also reported on this trend. Juuling or any type of vaping, it's considered illegal at both Clayton and Ladue schools. And if you take a look at this, you can see it fits in the palm of your hand, and it looks just like a flash drive. And here's the cartridge. You just take it out, and then it's even smaller.
And you can plug it into your computer
as
well.
Yeah, absolutely.
How old do you have to be to buy one of those?
So it's just the same as regular old-fashioned cigarettes. So 21 in St. Louis City and St. Louis County, and then 18 in St. Charles County and 18 in St. Clair County. So it's pretty unbelievable. I mean, Clayton High, 200 students were surveyed. Almost 21% had used one of those things.
All right, Ann, thanks. Let's go to Craig.